In the last video, we witnessed the amazing effectiveness by which genes control every aspect of our bodily function. In this video, you will be introduced to the damages that the genes undergo daily and its implications on our health and our well-being. So, let's get started. Every cell in our body carries a set of instructions. These instructions are written in a language made of just 4 letters: A, T, G, and C. This language is called DNA. Think of DNA as a massive instruction manual, not one page, not one book, but an entire library, carefully organized and copied billions of times as our cells divide. Each small section of DNA is called a gene. A gene tells the cell how to make a protein, and proteins are the real workers of the body. They build muscle, carry oxygen, digest food, repair tissues, and control how the cells grow and divide. Consider DNA as the script, and proteins are the actors performing the role. So, what is genetic mutation? A genetic mutation is a permanent change in this DNA script. It can be as small as one letter changing or as large as the entire section being added, deleted, or rearranged. Now let's consider this simple physics experiment. Here I am placing a paper colored with a multicolored square into the glass of water slowly. Here you can see that the colors of the square slowly disappears. Definitely a play of physics, right? Let's come back to this in a short while. Now let's take a break and watch an amazing movie that has enthralled us all. All of us have watched The X-Men. It is an amazing movie series where mutants display amazing powers for the fight of supremacy. The fight scenes are deeply etched in our mind, and the characters, especially Professor Xavier and Magneto, are excellently portrayed and enacted by the actors. But does mutation give us superpowers? I don't think so. But I love the concept nevertheless. Now, mutations does not mean disease by default. In fact, mutations are happening in our body right now at this very second. Every time a cells divide, it copies over 3 billion DNA letters. Even with near perfect accuracy, occasional errors are inevitable. A simple analogy: imagine the sentence, "The cat sat on the mat." Now change one letter from M to H. "The cat sat on a hat." Same change, small change, but the meaning shifts drastically. This is exactly how mutation works. Most changes are harmless, some changes shift the meaning slightly, and a few completely different outcomes. There are many different types of mutations. I will explain each of them in very simple terms. First is silent mutation. These are mutations that change a DNA letter, but the final protein remains the same. The body reads the altered instructions but still produces the same protein. These mutations go unnoticed and they are biologically silent. Next is missense mutation. Here, one DNA letter is changed, leading to an altered amino acid in the protein. Sometimes the protein still works, sometimes it works poorly, sometimes it fails completely. Classic example is that of sickle cell disease. One single DNA letter change alters the hemoglobin shape. Red blood cells becomes rigid, sickle shape, leading to pain, anemia, and organ damage. One letter, one disease. Next is insertion and deletion here. DNA letters are added or removed. They can shift the entire sentence how they are read, like removing a space in a sentence. Cystic fibrosis, which is a disease in the lung, works this way. Deletion of just 3 DNA letters disrupts a chloride channel protein affecting lung, pancreas, and digestion. It is a very bad disease to have. Now coming to mutation and cancer. Cancer is fundamentally a disease of accumulated mutations. Normal cells grow when needed, stop when enough, and die when damaged. Cancer cells acquire mutations that remove the growth brakes, ignores the stop signals, avoids cell death, promotes invasion and spread. These are called driver mutations. A few examples are BRCA mutation or BRCA mutation that impairs DNA repair, KRAS mutation that transmits continuous growth signals, and P53 mutation that results in loss of genomic control. So the ultimate truth is that cancer is not foreign. It is our own biology which has been rewritten. Now, the important point, why do mutations occur? Mutations happen due to natural errors during DNA copying, aging, radiation like UV rays, X-rays, chemicals, toxins, smoking, viruses, and chronic inflammation. In subsequent videos, I will be talking about each of these causative agents in detail. Thankfully, our cells have DNA repair systems. Most of the mutations are fixed, but when repair fails, mutations accumulate. Mutations are not always bad. This is important. Mutations are the reason why humans evolve. Populations adapt. Some people resist infections, and some have unique traits. For example, certain mutations protect against malaria. Some rare mutations allow people to sleep less. Others alter the pain perception. Mutations as such is not the enemy. Mutation at the wrong time, at the wrong place is the enemy. This is possibly the idea behind the movie like the X-Men. In X-Men, mutations are exaggerated, bending metal, controlling minds, defying physics. While fictional, the idea is rooted in truth. Small genetic changes can sometimes produce drastically different outcomes. In real life, the outcomes are subtler, but no less powerful. Remember the colored square in the glass of water? Light from the colored square had to pass through water, glass, air before reaching our eyes. As the paper enters the water, the light reflects off the colored ink change. The water and the glass acts like lenses bending the light rays. The refracted light from the colored areas no longer reach our eyes effectively, making the colors to disappear occasionally. So, the light source is the same. The paper with the colored square is also the same. Only the path of light changes. In genetics, the cell is the same, the DNA is already there, but the message bends slightly, and light sometimes behaves differently altogether. A tiny bend in light changes what we see. A tiny change in DNA changes what we become. This is the science and the wonder of genetic mutation. Today, we spoke about genetic mutation, changes in the code we were born with. But here's the hopeful part. While we cannot change our genes, we can influence how they behave. That would be implementing good habits that not only help us to prolong our life, but help us live truly fulfilling ones. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, please subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who might benefit, and join me as we move from understanding disease to understanding health. I'll see you in the next video. So until next time, take care.